Welcome to The Vault with Financial. This is a safe space where we talk all things life and money and no topics are off limits. Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
How are we doing?
We're good. We just nipped to got a coffee, didn't we? Financial sinking fund coffee vibes.
Is there a coffee in there?
There's not. It's a chai. I was going to come across cooler than I actually am. Usually it's a builder's brew. When I walk around like this, people think I'm a hun. But no, it's a chai. But you've got a coffee, haven't you?
I have, and it's a gorgeous little coffee shop. It's called Ride, R-Y-D-E, and it's next to the car park that we park on. So if you like cycling, they've got lots of cycle things. Cycle things?
My husband would love it. There's loads of bikes around and loads of
On
people
the
in
walls.
lycra.
I scooted here this morning.
Oh, God.
Every time it cracks me up. I cannot tell you how much I was laughing at Lucy when she rode away last time we were together in Liverpool on the scooter, but before she's worn a Mac, like a trench coat Mac, and we were like, she's literally flying.
I was going to say a flasher Mac, but you had clothes on underneath, thankfully, because it cascaded back behind you like you were on Wicked.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the Wicked's Defying Gravity sound. It's me.
I would never, ever go on those.
They're so fun.
They're giving danger. And you were like waving to us
Would you
and
go
looking
on one
round.
like, and she was, I kept going face forward.
I know.
Would you go on one on like a car park hall?
No, I wouldn't, because I feel
I would in a car park.
I feel like I'll fall off.
The one this morning was full battery and it was going fast. Like I overtook a car at one point.
Oh my God.
I just can't see you on it. You're not giving.
But you had like a
scooter vibes.
tote bag swinging. Did not let go.
Yeah, last time when I scooted off from you guys last time, I had two tote
Snack
bags.
bag and
then they both
laptop.
fell to my elbows. So I was like,
You did.
to work out.
Which then they were swinging, and for me the gravity was not gonna. Yeah, I would.
I've seen too many fail
Can't do
videos.
yeah. I've not seen any.
What? What's that?
I'm keeping the blinkers on.
Money hack, they give you a discount if you wear a helmet.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. You have to wear a helmet. I would have to wear a helmet.
I didn't wear.
So bring one next time.
I did
Okay,
that,
I'll
I
bring
love
one.
the right tip.
Yeah, but you were safe.
Lucy's got pod hair to
Yeah.
protect. She can't
That's
put a
true.
helmet
Well,
on.
I was just saying to Lydia, I had this hair clip. Before I got on, I just pushed my hair into a bun, put the clip in mid-scoot, and all my hair fell out of the bun. So I just had like big hort.
That happens to my hair a lot because my hair's so heavy and thick. Sometimes if you've not clipped it just right, it all drops and you're just left with this
Little tiara.
little tiara on
I
top.
felt like a sim. The little thing on top of my head.
Oh, wow. Great transport method.
Okay, today's controversial opinion is you're allowed to pause your debt-free journey for once in a lifetime experiences.
I know this is where this is coming from. I've seen so many TikToks like a few months ago when, well, it was a long time ago now, when Oasis tickets went on sale. And I know it was a long time ago because I sat for 8 hours on the Euro tunnel. I logged on in France on my laptop and hotspotted off Neil's phone. And I was online from, what time would we have left? Like 8 o'clock in the morning till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And if I was on a debt-free journey, you better believe that I was getting those tickets, probably. But then at the end of the day, we realised how expensive the tickets actually were. We didn't get them, but...
hang on. And then they've also been since offered tickets and turned them down because of the venue.
So
That's horror for all fans.
Neil and I are princesses, like gig princesses, I swear. How many gigs have we booked and we've just gone, oh, we're not going to go. It's a fun game that we play where we lose money every time.
You just liked the thrill of getting the tickets.
It's the dopamine
like the chase.
This is definitely not financial advice.
No, it's not. It's the opposite. It's terrible. You wouldn't think that like we owned a financial wellness brand, but the dopamine hit, we're like, we'll go and watch. I don't know. It started with Sam Fender coming out of COVID, and we realised that we were just very tired parents of young children that couldn't be arsed fighting in Victoria Warehouse in Manchester to get a spot. And then from there on, we'll book like 5 gig tickets a year. We probably go to 2 out of the 5 and sell them at a loss.
At a loss, yeah.
It's just a fun game that we play.
Follow me for more finance tips. But the actually, your princesses for a few things. Like we went watching Moulin Rouge in Edinburgh. It was amazing. But
it was
the first, like just as they've done the final act, and you're like, oh my God, that was so amazing. The first thing Holly says is, God, that woman was annoying next to me. Like, she was talking and she was rustling sweets. So Holly's decided that she needs empty performances.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good for the budget, isn't it? Mum was like, what about a box? I'm like, no, she will find someone.
The royal box.
She will find someone. Mum was being genuine, like, what?
I
actually look at price?
Had so much anxiety in that performance. A lady behind me had a full Tesco bag. I'm not talking like a little bag of wine gums, which is acceptable.
No, it was
maybe.
huge.
You could maybe eat them when there's a loud song on, or any like beautiful ballad.
She's like dying.
She's
dying
bag
and coughing up blood.
To the beat.
Yeah. Do you know, like,
You take your
aware.
moment.
You're aware and you care about what people's experiences. No. This woman must have been, I was like, she must have, I hope you're ill and you need to eat a lot. Like, you got antibiotics or something and you need to like pack your stomach, or you're absolutely hammered and you need to not be sick on my head. I just kept turning around. I had the worst neck pain the day after because I was just constantly, she didn't take the hint. Do you know,
She's probably going, oh God, this woman just
her head. Yeah, this woman, I kept going. I'm shaking my head.
So British, ruined the whole thing for her instead of, I think my mum actually shouted.
I don't think my mum was then aware. So then my mum's then, because I'm looking, it was the worst, sorry, Edinburgh, people in Edinburgh, you were not very well behaved in that performance because
they got shouted at.
My mum shouted at someone. There was a group of people just talking. So it was like a beautiful like love ballad. And they're just like, so anyway, I was thinking that next we'd go here and we'd go there. And then there was like a big crescendo of amazing song. A man's phone goes off.
Yeah.
He doesn't turn the phone off. He stands up with the phone.
Oh my God.
Walks between trying to get through to everyone and takes the call. And then by the time he comes back in, the song's still going, gets everyone up again, doesn't wait till it's finished and comes in. And then every 5 minutes, people just cracking cans the whole time.
And then do you remember at the beginning of the performance, they were warned, please don't sing along. I feel like
they've got previous.
Yeah, I think they knew that the Edinburgh
Talking from experience.
fans would be great singers. So yeah, that's
but
so Holly's
Scottish
a princess.
Huns, you are great at gigs because they are like any artist that I watch when they're like where is good to like go for a gig. They're like the Scots are the best. Like they know all the songs, they sing along, they bring the vibes. But when it's like a beautiful like quaint theatre, shut up. Just shut up.
So it's going to help her budget more because she's never going to one ever again.
Mum was like, so we're going to Moulin Rouge in Manchester. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Tag me out. So yeah, I probably can't comment on this actually.
Well, I get it. And some of you listening, I've spoken to some financial followers about this and listeners about the dopamine of that, the Taylor Swift, oh my God, the Oasis, like there's always going to be something.
There's always going to be something.
Always going to be something. Like where do you draw the line? And so if you're on a debt-free journey, it's all personal, isn't it? So some of it is a long one and it's a slog, and some of it's short and intense. And there may be, for example, an event and a birthday or something in the middle. And if you can plan for that one thing and pause your journey to do that one thing, you have permission. This is financial permission. But if the one thing is every month, you are literally just never going to learn, and there'll always be something. And sometimes you will survive not going watching Oasis. You will survive.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Like I know that, they're getting bad. Like I went back in the day, barriers collapsed
talking about
near
how long
me.
ago that was. It was 20 years ago.
Oh, God.
20 years ago.
And I honestly, great memories built. And if you're into music, which I'm not as into my music, so this is a real lack of empathy with people that are proper gig goers, but there's always something. And so if you do the work and become debt free and create your music sinking fund, then you can go to as many gigs as you want because you are in the financial position to do it. Now, I mean, the eye-watering prices for some of these things. And it's like the merch and the staying over, like they're not always in locations, like you might have to go to Cardiff, you might have to go up to Edinburgh.
Going out for dinner before and then the drinks after and then the Uber home. And then it's not just, people don't price up the whole event, which is where people go amiss with their budget as well, I think. Even if you are on a debt-free journey, you go, okay, I'm going to forgive myself of this one thing and I'm going to have it. You can still do a sinking fund when you're on a debt-free journey. Like Laura said, if you know there's something coming up, like the possibility of attending an Oasis gig and the ticket is £300 per person, you can still create a sinking fund and train your brain to save up for things that you are going to buy.
I saw something huge. I know we're on gig tickets a little bit, but massive amount of Oasis tickets purchased on Klarna.
Klarna.
Oh, buy now, pay later. I don't know if it was Klarna that was embedded in it, but it was because they are so expensive and because so many of us don't save up for things in advance. And there may be other examples, like, is it like the holiday thing often puts people back 'cause it's a chunky amount of money? Is it like Molly May's done a drop and I want a dress?
Yeah.
And I've got to have it. I want to be part of this drop. I'm going to sign up for it. And it's gone. The dopamine's gone. And then you're still left with this purchase. And if you can limit it to that one thing, well done. You're better than most of us.
Yeah.
That's hard. And so, yeah.
So are you in favour of, if someone was on we do get asked this quite a lot actually in our DMs, people like, I'm on a debt-free journey, but something's popped up and I really want to do it. Am I a bad person? Or like it comes in the community all the time. Am I failing at my debt-free journey? Like, what do you think?
I think that most of these things are predictable. So Oasis wasn't predictable actually, to be fair.
Not the price as well.
Not the price and not the reunion, not no one thought they would do it, for example. But if Taylor's doing a tour again soon and you are a Swiftie and you think that's for you, then I would say if you're going to spend it, save up for it and slow down your debt-free journey. But what you'll see is the quantum of that all stacking up, like how many Taylor Swift concerts are there going to be? How many things are there going to be? So more often than not, I like to tell people, don't splurge on the thing, test yourself, because you'll realize you can survive without that thing. If there's like, because it's like, all my friends were going away for a girls' weekend and I don't want to be the only one not to go, you'll survive.
Because there'll be another lifetime.
It's not a once in a lifetime. So pick your moment and because we'll convince ourselves of anything. So have a little chat with yourself. And if it doesn't derail the whole journey and if you can stick to that one thing, great. But if the one thing's once a month thing,
yeah, is it actually, I think deciding, is it a once in a lifetime and bucket list style thing that will never come around again? And I bet the amount of people that save up and then it comes to it and they go, I can't. Do you know, because you stretch that muscle and you're very like,
it's not urgent, it's a mindful purchase. And the other point to this is how many people have a think about the debt, where did it come from? Mm-hmm. I bet it was from once in a lifetime opportunities. I do. I think like if that's your vice, we've talked about this with impulsive spending. What's your vice? If that's the thing, and that's the thing that you must simply have, then probably have a little reflection and go, is that why I'm where I am? It may not be, but if it is, warning, danger signs.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Let's just say that we're all on debt-free journeys now. What would be something that would what's in your once in a lifetime opportunity that would be like,
do we
I'm doing it?
FOMO for things?
What's yours?
I don't know. It probably would be Harry Styles' concert.
Right. And you've been and done that. Do you remember how expensive that was?
It wasn't that expensive.
I think it was like a deal, didn't you, compared to other people? Do you remember that was the first one where people
really dressed up fun.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like £90 for like Wembley.
Yeah,
like right at the front, so it was good.
Yeah, I think we were looking at price at the time. Do you remember it was going up to like 300 and it was creeping up for people?
I mean, there would be a limit. Like I wouldn't pay more than £100, which probably means I'll never go again.
I don't think I'm fun enough. I don't think there's anything that can tempt me. That travel for me. So, for example, if my family said, "Right, we're going to go to,"
we talked about the Grand Prix, haven't we? Abu Dhabi Grand Prix came up for my dad's 70th, and we all just went, "Yeah, okay, let's go."
So, on that, Dad, because you will be listening to it, because Mum will listen to this. We were like, for years we've said this, it'd be great to do it for a big birthday. He loves the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We've been to walk on the track. We've been on holiday, loads of different things. So we'll plan for it. And I was like, right, okay. So he's got a big birthday in the next couple of years. And I was like, could we do it the half year before his big birthday? Because it's in November, his birthday's May. Getting all excited. And I was out in Abu Dhabi recently, so I got even more vibes for it. And I'm putting it in the group. And everyone's like, yeah. And Dad's like, Mum, he didn't even text in the group himself. He dictated verbally, not like a dictator. He's very soft. To Mum, actually, he'd prefer a big house and a villa somewhere on a holiday. And we were like, oh.
We'd all bigged ourselves up for his bucket list item. And he's not bothered.
He wasn't even bothered. I was more bought into his dream. I was spending
I was on a yacht.
I was on a yacht on the closing party with Ed Sheeran.
Popping a bottle of Dom, and my dad's like,
not there.
Not there, yeah.
No, it's fine. So but that's a good example of what he's like. Like, yes, that wouldn't change his life.
As well.
Yeah, go on. I'll watch the Grand Prix.
Like dragging him there. Vivid memories of my dad are just on a Sunday watching hours and hours of F1, and I remember being younger, being like, "Is this still on?
Yeah,
they're still driving round in a circle."
Yeah.
Obviously, I appreciate it much more now. Like but you're being younger, I was like, it's just sit here
You just
all
watch
day.
them go around.
Yeah,
I love
Just
watching.
completely dissociate in front of the TV.
Yeah. It was just
it's
an
actually
excuse he wasn't
mindful.
actually watching.
It's being very mindful. Just
Our friend Chloe from Chloe's Deals Club, massive F1 fan. She's got so many good hacks about how to do Silverstone
Yeah.
in a cheap way. Dad actually did it once in a helicopter.
maybe that's why he's like,
Done
I
that.
don't need to go. I landed at Silverstone in a helicopter.
He was a guest. He didn't pay for the helicopter. Again, he wouldn't. It was just like, he's like, no, I'll be fine. I'll watch it on TV in Wigan.
I've already done the pit lane and flew in by helicopter, and I'm fine.
But yeah, I think travel with family is probably the only thing that could make me go, if they're all doing it, I'm doing it. You can't all do it without me. And so therefore, I'm also very grateful of this journey and the planning that we do where there's room to do that. But honestly, if I was on a debt-free journey, I would have grit my teeth and gone, fine, go without me. And I wouldn't go. I really, because I think I've been there. I think that has happened a while back. So, God.
Okay, time for our first dilemma. I'm jealous of people who get more help with their children. How do you stop feeling jealous of people who get lots of family help? Someone I know has 2 very young kids and they have a constant flow of visitors helping them with kids, cooking, paying for things, helping renovate their house, and I'm pretty sure their family paid for their cars too. We have absolutely no help and we're planning on having kids soon, but I'm terrified at the prospect of having no support. I can't help but feel jealous of others who have it easy with the constant help. How do I stop thinking like this?
Well, that's a tough one. And we're in a group of friends where everyone's circumstances are so vastly different that it kind of, when you immerse yourself in friends that have children and different circumstances, you kind of just feel more at peace with the help that person gets, but knowing that they might struggle in other ways. And I think this was dropped into the community, wasn't it, this dilemma? Because I remember loads of people jumped on straight away saying it might not all be all sunshine and roses. Those people might not want people turning up at the doorstep every day and interfering with the family life and commenting on how to bring up the children and getting stuck in and involved. They might just want to shut the door at the end of the day and be on their own with the kids. Like, there's actually a lot of beauty in that as well. So,
or they've got super hard jobs and they'd much prefer to be, or like long, lengthy jobs or unsociable hours jobs. Whether it's like, I always think about families that do shift work and stuff, like with weekend work, or they work through the night and stuff. And interestingly, on the finance point, we often get asked, like, I don't think I can afford kids, and it's often connected to wraparound care because, and nurseries and stuff is super expensive, obviously. It's not usually clothes and food. I mean, that's the thing when the teenagers when they're getting bigger.
It's official childcare.
It's childcare. And so if it's like, it would just be us, between us as a couple, and then a lot of people are managing this on their own, but people, imagine if you costed up the help from family.
Oh, I bet.
This is like nanny life, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the equivalent.
Some people's grandparents will drop off. I know some family and friends whose parents drop off their grandkids. And they pick up their grandkids from school and feed them and take them to the hobbies and this, that, and the other. And then the parents aren't even home. It's not
they're busy working as well.
Yeah.
I always remember my nana used to work in a chicken factory. There's a story to this. I know it's not a joke. Like, she did actually work in a chicken factory.
My nanny worked in a cracker factory.
Why were they
What's the theme
here? Chicken and crackers.
Yeah.
So, and mum and dad both worked long hours, and we had wraparound care where they would drop us off at school at normal time. I don't think that we did breakfast club. I can't remember. Just proves that kids don't remember, by the way.
They
feel
don't
guilty about
things.
dropping them off.
No.
And then we went to after school club somewhere else. Like, we would walk, or a minibus would come, and then that would shut. And
they still won't be there. Mum admitted to us the other week. She
said she remembers ringing my dad and going, "Where are you? Oh, I'm stuck here. Where are you? I'm stuck here." And she said, I rang her mum, my nan, and said, "What do you earn? What do you earn?" And she was like, probably mid-50s, late 50s,
she was when
maybe
she
at the time.
retired in inverted commas.
And she told her, she was like, "You are leaving. You are now helping me." And so the after school club was near her house. And so she used to walk, pick us up from school, give us our tea. We used to have 2 teas with Nana. I used to walk in and have a pot noodle first.
A food complex. It was like a 3-course meal.
And then you'd have a proper tea. And then like some between 6 and 7 or whatever appropriate time for them, they'd pick us up. And you understand, like, she paid her. She was like, I would rather pay you
Yeah.
to do that than we're paying an after school club and we're still not there on time.
And all the admin.
Yeah,
All
stress.
that-
Yeah,
At
we
least
just
if she's
know.
late with my nan, it was
Yeah.
fine. My nan's there and she's our family, but
she had that option and she had the financial means to also pay for that. I think there's, like Holly said, there's so many different circumstances, and for this person that's asking about this dilemma, I think it's really difficult. I think that, like Holly said, you never know what someone else is going through, and so just because they've got help, there may be some compromises that
woman
come
might
with
not
that.
want a mother-in-law around there every
Yeah.
night. She might not. She might be really peed off about it and just want her own space. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're assuming, like, oh, they're having an amazing time. They might not.
And then they might also carry the guilt of having that help.
Yeah.
One thing that I think that the trying really hard with work and jobs where, again, we are in a much better place now for flexibility, but where there's flexibility and where there's, like, as far as possible, it being even between partners if you're in a couple, because you can't have one person always leaving early and always doing they're on a sick day, because it really isn't fair, and employers are much more open to it nowadays, and therefore there shouldn't be this imbalance where possible. But the other thing that I think is possible, and I think it's especially as children are getting older, is your village isn't just family. And I think if you're willing to help friends out with their kids, and you've got to pick the right friend and you've got to pick the right moment, and I don't think they should be regular because you'll just get a lot of conflict, but you can swap. And so you can offer, if you offer help here and, an after school pickup or a football training or a half term,
We definitely have that with our
you can do it
friends.
back, and it's not just family then.
Yeah, Laura's right. Like, family might not be the thing. They might not live near them. They might not be available. They might still be working. People are working. It's a really funny thing. People rely on grandparents much more, but actually grandparents are living longer, fortunately, and therefore working longer. So some people don't have the beauty of a retired grandparent that can be on hand to help. They might be working as well, but we do lean on our friends and they lean on us. We've got two friends that got really busy jobs, really important jobs as well. They can't just leave places at the drop of a hat, and we'll regularly get a text like, would you mind picking such and such up tonight? And we're like, yeah, it's fine, because we're picking our child up anyway, like, it's no problem. And then regularly, pretty much every Monday, we've got another child to think about. They've got one. They'll take our child to football. Like, we swap and change.
It's like, if you can,
it's two-way street for sure.
It's like, well, you're not taking the piss, where it's a really good swapsy. And the other thing is, we definitely work on the basis that it's on us. And so we don't expect, in our family, we're extremely lucky that mum has always looked after all the grandkids on a Monday at different ages. And so my son has just the most wonderful relationship with my mum and dad, and they've all done it, and they've all had that quality time. So it's not just childcare, it's genuine bonding. But as a consequence, I won't ask them for, like, oh, we're going out for a meal out, can you, because then they would do it. But actually, I feel like I've had my credit. And so I so appreciate that so much, that, like, we do have a sinking fund for a babysitter, and we do things from time to time, or between Holly and I will help each other. And again, it's that kind of quid pro quo. You can't have one person, like, leeching on and going, can I have? But building up different support systems, because otherwise, and building up in your budget, the wraparound care. Don't look at what other people have got, because you're just going to tear yourself up inside and you don't know everything. Focus on you and go, right, what's my, like, support plan?
Yeah, if you're feeling jealous, that might be there's something lacking in yours. Like Laura said, is it that you don't get to go on date nights with your partner, so you're feeling aggrieved? So should you set up a babysitter sinking fund to then tick that box? And you're not, like, once a month. Like, you can go out one night and have a babysitter. You might then go, do you know what? That we look forward to that. We don't feel aggrieved that it's in our budget, and we finally get some time on our own. Don't just complain about it and feel jealous of the other person. You can proactively do something.
You don't want to, like, simmer in it. I mean, I joke with Sarah's dad flew back from Barcelona to babysit for her, and she put on a Insta, and she was like, we are so lucky. And I was like, someone could look at that and go, well, my dad wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but you might not.
They might not, but that's their family, and they've got this wonderful relationship. That also, there's downsides to it, because he doesn't live there all the time, and they don't see them.
They can't just pop round,
And I think that jumped to mind. I was like, that's extreme babysitting support. That's like, my dad flew in from Barcelona so that we could do this thing. That's amazing. But Sarah has the downsides to that, where she doesn't see her dad all the time. And so, concentrate on, like, try and focus on your lane and your reality and build a plan around that. This was a long answer, but actually we get asked it so often that I'm glad we chatted it through, because a lot of people, in anticipation of having children, it's one of the scariest things. And I think you can do it without any help. You need to work harder to be more prepared than someone that has lots of help.
Yeah, be more organised and put those dates, like, don't just be like, oh, woe is us. Like, woe is me. Like, share, like, if you can't afford a babysitter, which you might not be able to do because they are expensive and your sinking fund's like a healthy one for that, lean on friends and go, do you want to do a rota whereby
100%.
we take your kids for one night a month and you take ours, and then we can at least do a date night? Like, they might be struggling as well, and it might just be a bit of a lifeline for your friends too. And it's no big deal to look after. Listen, more kids are better than 2 or 1, aren't they? We're like, put all our kids together and they play so well. Whereas if I just have my 2 kids, they're like trying to kill each other.
Okay, community win time. This is the smallest win for me, but it feels so big. This is my 2nd month of budgeting. First month was trial and error, but I'm getting to grips with it now. I know it's only the first few days in from payday, but I have not purchased anything, which I have never done. I also have a very impulsive shopping problem. I did get the urge and purchased some PJs through a pay in 3 the other day, but as soon as I clicked pay, I was racked with guilt and emailed the company to cancel the order. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh, well done.
Having that roller coaster with her where she's like, I feel guilty. Like, can I cancel it? Just shows you paying 3. Like, it's predatory. Like
it's too frictionless. It's just begging to be used.
Yeah,
begging to be used. I was speaking to someone the other day on the phone, and they were from another company, and it was a he, and he was like, "Oh, every time I use Klarna, I just think of you, and I feel so bad." I'm like, "So stop using it then." Literally,
why are we not on your shoulder when? Oh,
but he did think. I was like, sometimes it just takes a long time for someone. Like, he's doing it and he knows, and he's like, and he said it's not even for important things. I said, "What do you use it for?" And he was like, "Clothes." And I was like, "Well, so does everybody else." And he just said, and within a few months, I look at the t-shirt and I go, "I don't even use that." And he said, "And I'm still paying for it 3 months later, and I'm over it." And I'm like, "Well, what does that tell you then?" So the fact that you've proactively gone, do you know what? I got that dopamine hit. I regret it. I'm going to cancel it. So many people. There was a community dilemma a few months ago where someone said, "Oh, I've just done a big shopping spree and I just feel so guilty. Like, I definitely didn't need the things and blah, blah, blah." And I think I just wrote, "Take them back." It was the person was like, it was only she was literally like the day before or yesterday or something. And I was like, get back in your car, or you go to the post office and just send it all back. You can do that. You don't have to sit with this, because you just know those clothes would have just been, they'll have had an ick about them because she just felt so guilty.
Because it wasn't about the clothes.
Yeah.
And to the point on the budgeting, and then when she says it's the first month that I'd not like bought something, that's such a win.
Yeah,
it's such a win because you're breaking a cycle, you're breaking a habit. It's like if we can get your man to not use buy now pay later for a clothing purchase, and either don't buy the clothes or buy the clothes but buy them with cash.
Yeah.
You're breaking the cycle.
Yeah.
Because you know your body's getting used. It's the power of habit. Like, the more you do it, the easier it is to do it and the harder it is to stop doing it. So getting to the end of the month without buying something, to some people will sound crazy, especially to a frugal person. Which means you just don't buy something. Mm-hmm. That's why no spending challenges are amazing, because they kind of highlight where you would have had that itch. Do you remember when Neil bought something at an auction, you made him take it back?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was
Are you ready for what it is? Can we have guesses? Calvin, what do you think?
You'll never guess.
It was a
horse.
I wish I wouldn't have sent it back. At least that would have been like, oh, interesting.
At
horse.
least could have taken that to school.
I'm thinking like something to do with cycling.
No.
Give us a
I
clue,
wish.
category.
Football.
Oh, like a shirt.
Memorabilia.
T-shirt in a frame.
I wish. I'd have been like, yeah, fine, whatever. We were saving for a home. So like every penny counted, right? And he came home and he was obviously had a few too many. And he got a signed picture of Vinnie Jones grabbing Gazza's balls. For like, I'm talking back in the day when we were saving
maybe
for
like
a home.
200 quid.
It was 200. I remember. It's like burnt on my brain. 250 quid.
Oh, Neil.
You better believe that he woke up the next day and he was like, oh, guess what? Like, no regret. No regret. Just
Proud.
No
you'll
sheepish.
never guess. I'm like, try me. And he's like, this. And I was like, send it back. And he was like, no. I was like, you will call the lady now. I was like, there will definitely be some sort of breathing space opportunity for you. And he rang up and they were like, oh yeah, don't worry, it happens all the time. Whereby they go home, they reflect on the shit that they bought or bidded on. Like, I was like, you actually like outbid someone for this. Someone else wanted it.
It wasn't a raffle. You chose
No, you
it.
didn't like a gift. It wasn't like, buy a raffle ticket for 50 quid for charity, of which I am all for, and what you get, you get. No. I actively put my hand up and wanted to buy
someone.
this. And I was like, and where do you think it's going to go? Like, devil's advocate, we keep
our
it,
new house.
which we're not going to do. We're saving up for a house. We don't have a house. Where are you putting this? I was absolutely furious.
So let this be known. You
Yeah.
can take things back. In
You
fact,
can.
you can sheepishly ring the company and go, I made a mistake.
He's never lived it down, basically. Every time there's an opportunity to bring this story back up, you better believe that
It wasn't up front of mine, but it came from the back
I know,
somewhere in my
yeah.
head. And I was like, what about that time Neil did that thing?
I've obviously suppressed it, that memory.
No shame.
It was just the woman was just like, yeah, I was like, oh my God, we're going to have to like argue with this company. And she was just like, yeah, don't worry, it happens. Like literally, I've had like 4 phone calls of people wanting to return whatever they bid on. All the things. God. Wish it was a horse.
Horse or a bike. If you'd like to tell us your win, head to the community in the app or email it to thevault@financechild.com. Time for our next dilemma. I said I'd help plan the Hen Do, not pay for it. I love a Hen Do dilemma. Hi ladies, my friend is recently engaged and getting married next year in Las Vegas. I already told her I can't afford to come to Vegas for the wedding and she's been super understanding. Instead, I offered to help plan the Hen Do with her maid of honour. We're thinking of booking an Airbnb for around 10 people to stay in, with a couple more joining for the daytime stuff. Here's the awkward bit. Even though I've been helping with the planning, I've created a spreadsheet and I've been searching for places to stay, I don't want to be the one in charge of paying for it up front. The issue is, the maid of honour barely replies in the group chat and I'm getting the feeling she thinks it's my job now. I know there are apps that split payments, but someone still has to put the full cost on their card first and wait to be paid back. That's what I'm worried about. I don't want to take that on. I've been working really hard on my finances and I've made a rule to not take out any more credit cards. I hate debt and it makes me so uncomfortable. I don't want to be stuck covering hundreds upfront or be chasing people if someone drops out or ghosts paying. So my question is, who's actually responsible for covering the big payment on a Hen Do? And how can I set this boundary clearly without feeling like the bad guy?
I would say no one is responsible. Like there should not be one sole person that's responsible for paying for it. If it was me and I was doing it now and we were trying to sort out our next big birthday is a 4-0, isn't it? If we were doing something special for Laura, my tactic would be I'm going to pick an Airbnb, find out what the cost is, and I would put in the group, this is where we're going. Does everyone vote? Is everyone happy? Not too many cooks spoil the broth, so just maybe give like 2 options and people feel like they're having some sort of say in it.
Basically, a shit one and the one she wants. So that everyone picks.
Good
so then Holly's actually picked the venue, but
This one,
they
great
feel like they've got a
location,
choice. It's something to do with
great
children.
cost. And then I would say I'm not booking it until everyone's paid into this pot. I wouldn't, because I agree, chasing people, it's so awkward and it shouldn't be awkward. You're made to feel like you're an annoyance or like
Mafia.
you're tight. Or you're mithering people, as they would say in Wigan. You're mithering me. Do you know what I mean? I would be so much more like gung-ho with being like, I need, if you
this
want to
doesn't
come,
go ahead. You are spoiling it. You're holding us back.
And I would out people. I'd be like, at Lucy, still waiting on your payment. I'm not paying for you, Lucy. I'm sorry.
I need to know whether me or Carl's put in for the teacher's present. I'm now that dickhead. I'm sorry. You've just helped me realise I don't think I've paid in.
At Laura,
shout
still
out
waiting
to
on
the
your
type
payment.
A people in our life that carry the admin
they
for
do.
all of us. There are so many queens and kings out there that start the group and do the chasing. And do you know what? Sometimes you might be a bit of a pain, and sometimes we get the dilemmas about you, which is like you're doing a bit overkill. But at least you're doing it.
I was about to say, it wouldn't for you without you.
Grateful to be told, can you pay this now? And this is collective.
Yeah, our friends own. Co-own an app, 2 co-founders, Amy and Pete. They're amazing, and they own Collective, which is a group payments app. COLLCT.
Oh, I can't even spell it. Collect. IV.
COLLC.
I don't know. I get links all the time, but basically, when we say our friends own it, like it might make it sound like a really small business. They've done like over £20 million in payments.
Yeah, they're massive.
I keep getting collective links, and it helps me all the time. And this is the teacher's present, one of those, and it's exactly to tackle this problem.
Yeah.
Because one person, like, firstly, bank details. Pain in the ass. On your app, like if someone sent you bank details in the WhatsApp and then you're going to go to your banking app, you've got to flip between the two. Some banking apps close down again. Yeah. And at the moment, my Face ID won't work and they won't reset it. Honestly.
She literally went, oh, I've had a lash lift.
The hour after I'd had the lash lift, it didn't recognise me, but the hour before it did.
So be careful out there, people. Like, get your eyebrows laminated. iPhone might not recognise
you. They should come with a warning. I had a voucher spend and so I indulged and then...
Your iPhone's like, who's this diva?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Mine does it when I've got makeup on. I'm sure it goes, It has a resemblance to Holly.
It thinks about it.
This is the other day I was in a mood and I was just like thinking, I tested it to see whether it would. And Neil was sat behind me and I was like, it recognised me. I was devastated.
Well, so if you've not, Face ID is not working, you have to keep putting codes in and keep doing things and going between the two. Whereas Collective is a link to pay into a pot. And then that one person, when all the money's ready, can then pay that to the person or buy the present or withdraw it or put the deposit down. So that's another way that like kind of you can help. But it is that problem. Like, get the money first. Do not put any deposits down.
Deposit's a problem because someone might pay the deposit and then three people drop out and then you've got to then thingy the funds and say, actually, we all need you to contribute a bit more because 3 people dropped out of the 10. Say if it's a room for 10, you pay the deposit for 10 people. They then drop out and can't go. So then it's a place for 10 people that would have been affordable, but now it's for 6 or 7 and it's not affordable.
There's no terms and conditions for Hen Do's, is there? Like,
maybe we should write some.
We need a Hen Do contract.
Yeah, we do.
Because you like, if you go, now can't afford it.
And it happens, people drop out, I get it. But then there's all that, I can't come anymore, give me my money back. Oh God, I'm stressed thinking about it. But I've got a friend who's a football mum and she's planning a Hen Do for a friend with like 2 other maid of honours and she's like, it is hell on earth. We are Zooming every week.
Oh no.
This person has 3 kids. She's doing a degree at the moment. She has in nursing, so she has to do she has to be in a A&E however many nights a week and rack up the hours that way, go into uni, look after 3 kids, and she's dealing with these absolute wagons, it sounds like.
I feel like men don't do this.
No, and she's like, I want to buy, someone's like, oh, I want to buy all this stuff for the hen, and she's like, well, I found it on Shein or whatever, 20 straws, 20 cups, should we just do that? And the girl's like, oh, that's horrible. Like, she said she's having a hell of a time, rather you than me. But I would get the money up front for things like that as well, because someone will get left with the cost of it all.
I think the maid of honour thing's interesting because, like, again, are you that type of person or not? So she's not answering her WhatsApps. But like,
maybe she didn't want to be.
Maybe she didn't want to be.
She's not the type A personality. She's B.
She was the wrong choice, really.
She was.
She should just be a backup bridesmaid and enjoy and embrace that. So I don't think there's no rules. There's no Hen Do contract. There's no rules about who should organise it. I think that given you've been asked to, obviously is probably a compliment that you would pick something nice and help to organise it and you've already picked the Airbnb. But do not put yourself at a financial disadvantage. Like Holly said, think about all those things that could potentially go wrong with it. It might be that it's a cancelable deposit and no flights are booked until everyone's paid everything. And so you are going to have to put a little bit of the admin work up front in working all this out and just requiring money from everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's the fair game, which is, unless everyone pays, it's not going ahead.
Yeah. Because then the bride can get in. You can say to the bride, look, I've tried. She can push people along. You just call the bride in when you need to. Only when you need to. And some people, especially if it's an overseas one, some people use a travel agent to do it and let them be there and do organiser and chase the money in. Just something in that.
Outsource the admin, and it's not your job to get it the cheapest for everyone. And a good travel agent will get you the right deal anyway.
So much more pressure for women though. We were talking about it with the conversation came up in the football thing and one of the dads overheard and he was like, and I said, I bet you're fine. He was like, yeah. He was like, stag do's. He went, you just all go, yeah, we'll go here. Someone finds a hotel. Someone has to find the hotel. He was like, oh, use a travel agent. Someone finds the flights and you just go, if you want to come. If you don't. And you all just sort, you kind of just sort your own out.
And I bet they don't do like little installments and stuff. I bet they just pay it.
Just do it. It's just done. And Neil's been to like Belfast and he was like, I think 2 of them that were in a room together sorted it between themselves. They weren't like precious about we need to be on the same floor, we need to be in the room next door. They were just like, we've booked ours. Yeah. Book on if you want to come. I'm like,
no, but then they don't get the nice aesthetic Airbnb pictures because lads aren't bothered.
Oh, they were like a Premier Inn or something.
Yeah. If it was like, we're going to Mallorca and we're going to go in a Premier, I mean, it's not a Premier Inn in Mallorca, but like if it was that, we'd be like, what Where's the infinity pool? What time do the games start? That's Carl. Yeah. That is.
I think
Did
it's
we
because we've
help?
been
Don't know
through
if we
all
helped.
the. I think it's,
We're
Laura and I
older.
are fatigued. Probably we're not a good person to ask. But,
Yeah.
but
'Cause
in that we've
you
got
wouldn't like it if we
experience.
did a shit one for you.
No.
You wouldn't.
But now I'm more experienced about the money side of things, where I feel empathy for that type A personality, whereby
Yeah, you wouldn't take any shit.
they shouldn't pay out until everyone's paid. I would just set that rule up front. It's fine. Be like, guys, just so you know, I will only book it once the last person's in. And then feel free to tag the person in the group. And they get one chance in a private message. And then
3 strikes.
Three strikes and you're out.
3 strikes, you're out. We booked
Holly
without
has
you.
removed you
Sorry,
from
hon.
the group. But the big thing for that is, it sounds like you can pretty much organise it because Maid of Honour's not really bothered, but managing expectations on the full cost. Because I think what could happen is if then then we're going to book this meal and then can we have some money for the bride's outfit? Oh, now we're going to pay for the bride. Like, I don't get paying for the bride. You don't need to pay for the bride.
I don't get paid.
She
Is
can pay
that
for
normal
herself.
or not?
I've heard this sometimes.
Do
Oh,
you
we're
not
all
pay
going to chuck in so she doesn't have to pay. Maybe for a meal, I think.
Yeah, or like a bit of fancy
why?
dress for her or something. Because that's
Fancy
like
dress, fine.
Like if
She
you
can
get
pay for a meal.
cowboy
Yeah,
Carter
yeah.
hat.
Yeah. But
It's
not like
embellished with
completely
bride.
cover every
Oh,
cost.
we're
Yeah.
going to pay for her. No,
It's your wedding, like
Yeah.
it's a holiday. She
You
can pay
trust
for
her.
it.
Yeah.
I've got a friend back home who
Back
they were
home.
going
Where's
Back home.
Yeah.
She's in Liverpool right now.
She's like, where are we?
20 minutes down the road.
Back home.
Back home.
Sorry, just weird when you said it. I was like, what? Go on.
I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, they organised a girls' trip. And the person that organised it was a type A personality. And she was like, we're going to go here, we're going to go there, da, da, da. It got to like, I don't know, booking and paying for it. And she was like, oh, I can't come. I can't afford it. And they were like, what? Like, without...
I can't afford it. I've organised it myself, but I can't afford it.
So then people were feeling bad for said person.
Oh, I know this.
Here
one.
And
we go.
someone was like, I think we should pay for her to come because she really wanted to come and she organised it and poor her and poor this.
Never be that person that suggests that because there's a particular circumstance where it's a nice gesture. If someone's going through something financially, if unforeseen stuff.
They're ill, they're poorly,
But
like
not,
they've got a death in the family and they can't afford it.
She can't afford it because she didn't
she's
plan.
just shit with money, right? And I know this for a fact. And she's... I'm not going to tell her profession because it might...
Pick something left field. Don't pick what she does. All identity protected when we're slagging them off.
She's a mortgage advisor. So she should know how to manage your money because she'll see the shit that comes across her desk every day when people are trying to get a mortgage and she tells them you can't because you can't manage your money. She does exactly the same thing. So they all paid for her to go.
Is she a mortgage advisor or is this
Yeah, no, she's a mortgage
she
advisor.
is,
I've just
okay.
gone for it. I've gone for it. I've said it. I've said what I said. I can't take it back.
Mortgage advisors, we're here for you as well. If you ever need help with money, don't worry, you're not on your
Yeah,
own.
no, this isn't a judgment on her. It's that she was getting everyone to come, thinking everyone along. And then there's a pattern of behaviour now with this person. So that was a one-off thing. So now she's like, everyone, we're going to Spain for my 50th next year. Like, you're all coming. But then can't afford to go on the group trip that she organised and is now getting people along for this next trip. And they all paid for her. She didn't offer to do, like, she took the money and was on
did she go?
She went. They went on holiday and she didn't, there was no, like, real thank you to everybody. Like, she didn't really acknowledge it. Just bad vibes.
Oh my God.
Just being mindful of that.
Never be the person
And
to
it's
show
still
pay
shit
for
with
them.
money.
Yeah.
She didn't learn a lesson and she was like, oh, do you know what? I probably should get my act together. My friends had to pay for me to go on holiday because I'm a grown woman and can't manage my money.
That's awful. That is awful. If you're that person that accepts your friend's kind offer, you are groveling.
Well, you're
You
just
are
like,
humility.
guys,
You're
thank
like,
you so
this is
much.
so
But
nice.
then, like, within the minute that they landed back was like, guys can have a deposit for my 50th birthday when we're going to wherever. So it's not being bad with money. You're allowed. This is what we're about. Like, we wouldn't have a brand if we
the
weren't bad with money.
audacity of this is manners.
Literally landed
Yeah.
and then setting up a new group that was like someone's 50th birthday. Like, send me your deposits. Everyone was like, are you fucking kidding?
Oh my God.
You pay for this one as well.
Yeah. Well, it's her 50th, so someone might in the group go, oh, we should.
pay for her. It's
Yeah.
her birthday. No. Pay for yourself.
I think that should be, whenever you start a new group chat, conditions.
Terms and
Need
conditions.
terms and conditions.
Of the...
And on that trip, by the way, she was in a wagon.
Oh
I've
my
got
God.
so much to tell you when this broadcast finishes.
So we've got a special
Your
premium
premium
version,
content.
like a pay-per-view.
Patreon. If you want to know what happened on the holiday, DM us Patreon and we'll know what
We
you're
need
talking
danger
about.
money for when she sues us for defamation and slander. Oh God! All right,
So
not
much tea.
sure. Don't
So
have
much
children because they're expensive. Don't do hen dos because
Or set up terms
Don't
and conditions.
organise
stressful.
it.
And don't be a wagon.
Don't be type A personality.
Don't be a wagon. Which is a northern term for
idiot.
Idiot, yeah. That's not what do I say?
Inconvenience.
But it's a female idiot, I think. You wouldn't call a man a wagon.
No,
You'd call him a his weapon.
Weapon.
Okay, close it, Lucy, before we get
No,
in
she just
trouble.
wants to know what happened on the holiday. I'll tell her straight after this.
That is all for this episode. The vault is now closed. And just a quick disclaimer, the vault is just a chat around life and money topics. We're not giving financial advice.